Dude, knock. Is it? Is Kim's room, like, really small? Uh, hmm. Whatever. Maybe he's downstairs. Yep. Also, hang on, I got some new shit going on. I mean, I can get experience points out of that stuff. Did I even finish going through my ledger?
It's the ledger you found in the trash.
Ah,
A cabbage of papers
Echo!
hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside. It's barely held together by a clip, then made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Sorry about that.
Oh, and an incredibly cool piece of kitchen tissue is stuck to the back.
It is incredibly cool. Look at the clipboard.
It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back, you see the embossed letters, RCM.
Shake it.
Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment?
Ooh.
And something small inside? Light, made of paper or cardboard? Or dried flowers, perhaps?
Why dried flowers?
Permeables. It's not hidden per se. The compartment is made for permeable materials that would get damaged if something happened to it.
Do I have drugs in here?
The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center. There's something there. A rectangular shape, like one of those postcards that Annette told you about. With your hands, U4-sized pages hang from the clip screwed to the top of the board.
Ooh, yeah. Crack it on the knee like Burke.
The two sides of the board appear slightly misaligned, like a drawer that's come off its slides. If you bend the plastic on your knee slowly, the slides snap back into place. It should be possible to just,
You know. Slide the drawer open. Wait, somehow I don't want to. Fuck no, put it away. Open it.
Without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment is now open.
What is it?
2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard.
Jesus, fucking kill yourself, you asshole. Jesus.
2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawings. The tickets permit access to the zoo in Revachol East. The aquarium costs extra. These let you go there, too.
Oh, is this a memento?
Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up. You see violet flowers,
Oh.
floral patterns, patches of glue.
What did you know? There are flowers.
It smells of chewing gum, apricot flavored, a touch of cinnamon, the end of summer. You think the label says tutti frutti. Familiar handwriting lines the inside of the card, looped, round letters in a woman's hand. A young woman in her 20s. There is care, effort, and a smile, you think. Although that is not something you can read from someone's handwriting.
Oh, I thought she actually like drew a smiley face.
Harry, it begins. You're already reading. I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up. Maybe it will make you happy. Your hand shakes, holding the card. Every morning when I step out and you're asleep behind me, it says, I find a little piece of sadness in me. I carry it in my chest, down Voyager Road. Every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me entirely. I step onto the light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. I know it will be like this until late afternoon, when I get off the 42 and walk back to you.
This sounds worrying. Or I don't know, is this what it's like to be in love? Is this normal? People who have been in love, raise your hands, please. Is this normal? It doesn't sound healthy. Oh, God.
You. Every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast, vast soul, and I will always, always, always come back to it.
Is this the same woman who left me? Oh, gosh. I guess a lot changed.
Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and the blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets dark. Small white dots appear.
Did I just kill myself?
You feel the ledger slip from your hand. No, hold on. To what? There's nothing.
Detective, is everything all right?
I'm not dead, am I? Oh. We got a title card. Now? We've been doing this for a minute and we just got a title card. Also, finding that compartment and reading that card is something that I could have done much earlier. Interesting.
There is nothing. Again. Nothing sad, brother. No treachery, just blackout. Well, almost nothing. There is the ground below you, that's still there. And the small light that's on, fluttering, somewhere in the basal ganglia. That's me. Blue eyes, that's me. Who was what?
He speaks of the sickening longing, the unwell emotion. Even in the darkness, he's grasping for it. Still trying to hold on to the great sorrows slipping in the water. Slimy.
Yeah, that's the stuff. No, I'm cool. I'm cool. Oh God, both of these answers.
The cool when you're dead, brother.
Here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, we call it the shadow. Because it's always there.
I got a thought.
Tell him.
What?
Ah, yes. In the olfactory system, they call it the apricot chewing gum scented one. It's unhealthy of them to linger on it so. But as they say, what do you do?
Smelled so nice. Smelled like betrayal.
Yeah, man. Fuck everything. Total blackout forever.
Was that the X something?
Bloated corpse of the past resurfacing.
Yes?
Don't prod at it. It will start moving again. There is no Voyager Road. There are no roads, no houses, no lights in the windows. It's all on pause. You think they would let you until you disintegrate into biomolecules? No. Someone is breathing on your face now, inspecting your pupils, stupid idiot.
It's probably Kim.
Yes, they're pouring something on you. It's in you. And it's...
You make it sound so inappropriate. It's probably water.
It's delicious. Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness. In the upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's basket, the air is thick with leatherworks and heavy fuel oil. Cold water runs down your chin.
Drink. Water.
No, I don't wanna.
The water is cold, silvery, the stuff of life itself as it pours down your parched throat. The pounding in your head recedes. The darkness parts.
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days.
Damn.
Did you know the human body is not made to survive on alcohol alone? You need a secondary form of hydration.
With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of cold water. Some of it spills on the driver's seat. The lieutenant pays no heed to it.
What happened? You were reading your paperwork. Then you passed out. I carried you to my kinema to take you to a hospital. Then you came to. 10 minutes, maybe.
I came in contact with the burnt out ruins of the past, Lieutenant.
That does sometimes happen.
He just like punt. Like, I'm so dramatic at times. He just takes, whatever. I love you, Kim.
He replies with such understanding, it's as if the burnt-out ruins of the past were an occupational hazard. Athlete's foot for cops.
You dropped these. Are you okay to proceed? Good.
I didn't ask all the Oh, wait. It did say conclude, didn't it? Ah, well.
Snow covers the white on blue police livery of the motor carriage. The white colors nearly meld together.
Why am I even thinking about this? Wasn't I supposed to...
Do something important? Something murder-related? There's always something important. Doesn't mean you can't take a moment to admire this piece of machinery.
True, true.
This is a Caprice Kanema, the Caprice Motor Corps follow-up to their highly successful workhorse, Caprice 40, and the answer to the Lum's racing breed, Ferv series. With its air-cooled, rear-mounted 12-cylinder compression ignition engine, driving the rear wheels through a 4-speed manual gearbox, the Kanema is able to reach 100 kilometers per hour in 13.5 seconds, and go on to a top speed of 180 kilometers an hour.
Wouldn't it roll over in the spoilers, I'm not much of a car girl. But I will still go through these just so I can get experience points.
The high center of balance is offset by a large battery bank mounted at the bottom of the cabin, feeding all the auxiliary systems and making the Kanema effectively a mobile power plant.
Okay, I know I just said I wasn't a car girl, but that actually is kind of interesting. Like, really? Huh. Really? I want to think that would be enough to... I mean, whatever. This tech talk is really rubbing me the right way here. Turn your attention to the motor carriage itself.
Even at a standstill, the unibody Caprice Kanema looks sleek and dynamic. The cabin is tilted frontward to give it a more aggressive, hunched look. Someone has waxed it recently.
That machine really puts the loco back in locomotion. Very cool. I don't like your machine, Lieutenant. Looks impractical. Buzzkill. Shrug. A motor carriage. One of many.
You want to take a closer look?
What's it packing? Find machine. I didn't even answer all the other. Whatever.
130.
I reckon that's a 7-liter V12 there.
7.2. Supercharged. Yes. An extraordinary machine.
It's nice and all, but why so modest? Put some zing into it. Flare it up. Slam it down. Helium headlights would improve the range and quality of the visual field a lot.
You need to slam it, Kim. Make it more imposing. Ever thought about switching to helium headlights? Okay, enough about the details. I mean, I have a feeling he likes it. Well, he was interested in the rims. Which would he appreciate more? The practicality or the visual? I mean, knowing Kim, but yeah, you're thinking practical, right? But I mean, he was interested in the rims. You probably won't hurt either way.
Actually, I have a pair at home. Just haven't gotten around to fitting them yet. I need to lay some wiring for the ballast first.
Oh my gosh, if we get this case solved, can we do it together?
Maybe. Yes, definitely maybe.
And means no.
Oh, come on. Good morning. Also, what did you want to talk to me about before I passed out? Wait, do I? I still don't have my ledger. I guess it's still on the floor? Where is it? Kim, do you have my ledger?
Morning. I've got some good news. I took care of the body. The thought of him decomposing in my MC wouldn't let me sleep. I'm just glad he's gone. We have other matters to attend to.
The lieutenant is downplaying his contribution. He got up before sunrise to get this done, and now he's quite pleased with himself for taking care of the gruesome business so efficiently.
The Union muscle finally turned up, and they look rowdy. We need to talk to them.
I mean, I know why we need to talk to them, but experience points, you know?
Everything points to the dock workers' union. The belt used for hanging him, tracks in the mud, the circumstances in Martinez, my preliminary information. Which may, of course, all be wrong. But we still need to talk to them, and it won't be easy. I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the Union. These men here, men who drink beer for breakfast. There's talk of an armed wing of the Union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible for state policing. I think it's them.
Reminds me of that motorcycle gang, but whatever. Are these the men Gart told us about yesterday? I'm pretty sure.
I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said. One loose thread less to worry
Yeah!
and one big problem to replace it. That would just escalate tensions. No captain would sign off on it. Solving one murder isn't worth a conflict between the RCM and the Debarders Union. In fact, even the death of 2 detectives might not warrant an all-out war. So let's keep a cool head, okay? One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
Oh, good.
Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it on your own terms. But aren't you curious to know what they have to say about the murder?
I am, but it won't hurt to get a bit more information before we do.
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
Oh, Kim, giving me so much power.
Can I help you?
Oh, fuck, I don't have enough money. Well. Oh, wait, hang on. I wanted to ask you about my ledger.
Yes.
Maybe it's in the car? Where else would it be? I mean, I know I lost it because I dropped it. But, it's on the floor. Tomatoes are so thinly sliced you can see through them. That's cheap, but also impressive.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
Oh, yeah, that's right. What's his name? Oh, right. Okay.
The man says a couple of sentences in that strange language of his and then seems to wait for you to speak. I'm pretty sure he asked you a question. He doesn't know your language. You can just say something cool in return.
Something cool. Yes. No. Mercury rising? Run your fingers through your hair. Sorry, I don't understand you. Mercury is rising, man.
Boss need more vodka?
I mean, sure, why not?
Okay, so it's vodka that keeps the men happy and in good spirits. Clever move by the Union.
Of course, vodka. Now that makes a very, very special borscht indeed. Turn it up and then ask for some yourself. Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea, honestly. The place is a powder keg.
Can I come back here and change my mind? I mean, yeah, the vodka puts them in a good mood, but it can also make them more rowdy and more prone to violence. Like, I don't know. If I ask them questions, they could be more friendly or they could be more aggressive. It's really a coin flip kind of situation.
The cook gives you a long, inspecting look, then shrugs too, and seems to wait for you to speak.
Stay masculine.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side. Old cobalt paint, rough on the fingers. 40, 50 years since this was painted, maybe. It leads to a side building, adjacent to this one. The old building next to this, half ruined. Whatever is behind it must be older. The door does not budge.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
Because it's interactable and it's in a video game. That's
The
why.
winch, outside, in the backyard. Remember? No, your fingers do.
Outside on the roof? I don't remember actually. I mean, whatevs.
Well, if there was a winch, I suppose we could look into it. As a side investigation.
Yes, a mini side investigation. No, the door is a mega investigation. The door and the main investigation will merge into a stereo investigation. Yes.
If you say so. Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
Can I help you?
I saw
Another
another
thing.
thing.
Great. I love those. What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business.
But I'm really hungry. I already have a feeling what he's gonna say to that. Maybe I am a cook.
You're not. You're a menace. Fine, okay. The kitchen is closed until 1 p.m. because the real cook is working. You can snoop around after that, if you must.
Thank you.
Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
Do you know what's behind it?
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
I think you want to know.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that. Yes?
Now what? Ah, damn it. Oh, this one has a clock. Well, I guess because it's timed. I can find the rest of the armor. Interesting. It's a good thing I checked my task, because I totally forgot about this. I would have completely forgotten to call Alice. Just says find a way.
Just a moment.
She's agitated, judging from the way she keeps pulling at the frayed edge of her blanket.
And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear. Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working. The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there, or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too. The manager was vague about it.
Why would he be vague about phone problems? This is something to look into later. Ask God, maybe.
Ask Art, definitely.
To let the young woman who's house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and our friend Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night, but they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them. I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
Okay.
A little missing persons puzzle might just be the thing to take your mind off the hangover.
This sounds more like a side thing. I need to take care of my main thing, then I'll get back to this. Okay, I'll bite. Has your husband gone missing before?
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully. But you have more important things to worry about. Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the water lock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday. What could be keeping them?
Who's this Gary person? Do you trust him?
Oh, sweetie, it's nothing like that. Gary's as loyal as they come. I trust him with my husband's life any day.
Are they in a rough neighborhood?
There's a nameless old fishing village nearby, but we've never had any trouble there before. There is a lot of crime around here, isn't there?
I can't say it's the best part of town, but I wouldn't worry too much about a pair of grown men traveling together.
Some fringe science is exactly what's needed right now. Spice up that vanilla murder investigation.
Are you sure we have time to go chasing after bug hunters just now? I did suggest we play it cool, but
I mean, we probably don't. But I mean, come on, like she's so sweet. Just let me help her. It's just a little side thing. We'll do it down the line. I've already given my word. I'm honor bound to uphold it. I've got a premonition. What? That this missing scientist is connected to our main case. I doubt that. But who knows? I think it would be good to take a break from the hanged man for a little while. It's just police work. Chill, Kim. It's a side thing.
if you say so.
Oh, thank you, officers. Truly, I'll be right here if you come across any sign of Morel.
Oh, don't know how we know about this, but whatever.
Oh my. What happened to the water lock? Well, whatever the cause, I'm thankful. To both of you. You've spared me another sleepless night.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband. And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the water lock's been repaired. And it's cold out there.
If I see him, I'll let him know. I mean, sure.
Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie. Oh, yes. A zoologist. A cryptozoologist, to be more precise.
Yeah, what is that?
It's a pseudoscience that attempts to legitimize research into mythological beasts and urban legends.
Gotcha. But did you have to say that in front of her?
That's one opinion, yes. And people are entitled to their opinions.
She's used to playing off such insults casually, but they still affect her.
My apologies, ma'am. I did not mean to undermine your hobby.
It's not a hobby, dear. It's a subfield of zoology, one specializing in animal species that are so exceedingly rare that many assume them to be extinct or even fictitious. Searching for such species called cryptids is difficult and often thankless, and frankly, many scientists are too lazy to do it. Universities these days are rarely interested in supporting real research.
Tell me about Morel. Looks, character, your relationship.
Oh dear, I'm not sure where to begin.
What does he look like?
Well, his expression is slightly grumpy, but his eyes are always bright and curious, like a small boy's. And his palms are quite coarse from all the field work, but he's quite gentle.
You can't go around Revachol feeling good in men's hands. If you want to find her husband, you'll need more concrete information.
Let's try again.
Oh, well, he's a bit shorter than you, but with a larger frame, and he has longish white hair, usually a bit uncombed. You might say wild, even.
The lieutenant pulls out his notebook and begins jotting down the woman's description.
One other thing, he'll likely have all kinds of field gear on him, even if he's not out in the reeds, just in case. We'll be celebrating our 16th anniversary this autumn. Not the most numerically satisfying anniversary, but I like the less obvious milestones even more somehow. Via dating agency, I'm ashamed to say.
You shouldn't be
I
ashamed.
was looking to get back into the scene after recovering from my accident, and he'd just divorced. We hit it off, and, well, here we are.
Exactly. So you shouldn't be ashamed.
She's skipping over some important parts. Perhaps you'll find out more later.
Some of that stuff we probably don't need to know. Let's see. I guess that's
I
it.
hope I've been useful.
Oh, hang on. Wait. Ooh.
Oh, sweetie, it's fascinating. But I shouldn't bore you with entomological minutiae.
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
Don't worry, Kim. I gotcha. I want to hear more.
Well, it's a phasmid, technically, but
Oh shit, I thought you said plasmid for a second.
Ah yes, Phasmatodea, a diverse group of insects whose bodies resemble twigs, leaves, that sort of thing. Ghost insects, colloquially.
Interesting.
where other phasmids imitate sticks or leaves, this one's a living reed. It disguises itself among the reeds here on the Insulindian coast. Hence its name, the Insulindian phasmid. Perhaps you'll end up co-discovering the phasmid with us officers.
I knew it. We're gonna be chasing made-up insects with cryptozoologists.
What? Don't worry, Kim. We're not gonna do that. We're totally gonna do that. If we get the option to do it, we're totally gonna do that.
It's not made up, officer. I can assure you. It's simply elusive, so much so that most establishment zoologists doubt it exists at all. Well, some teenagers making out in the reeds saw one. They didn't know what it was, of course, but there was a brief article in a local newspaper about their encounter with a ghost insect that looks like the reeds. Gary sent us the clipping. Of course, most phasmid sightings turn out to be false alarms, but their description matched the Insulindian phasmid perfectly, and they didn't even know what they were looking at.
Enthusiasm has wiped the worry from her face. Her eyes sparkle behind her glasses.
I suppose I have something of a personal connection to the Insulindian phasmid. All scientists have their little hobby horses.
Is it... I doubt it's... I mean, who knows? They did set out traps. But I mean, people set out traps for animals that aren't dangerous all the time. I don't know. Let's see.
Not at all. Why else would it hide itself so carefully?
So that it can be a better predator? Is it valuable?
Oh, I doubt it. No one gets into cryptozoology for the money, sweetie.
Excuse me. But I mean, like, if you get really good evidence of it, I mean, like, that can make you money, especially since not that many scientists are even in the field. Let's see. Does it have cool powers?
Yes, it can blend in almost perfectly among the reeds. It's how it stayed hidden all these years, centuries even.
Okay, what's so special about this stick bug then?
Oh dear. I'm afraid I'm not explaining this very well. It is very special. Morel can explain it all much better. I wish you could hear him describe it. Then you'd understand, I'm sure.
I'll get back to that later. Woof. I can't talk to you, right? It's all about the money. Should I talk to you? I mean, I don't really... It's a bowl, there's spit in it. Neat.
Let me handle this.
You seem a little different today. Less hospitable.
You are far from home, Lieutenant. This isn't a district known for its love of self-proclaimed militiamen.
I know you weren't the gardener. Enough, let's talk seriously. I mean no trouble, I'm here to do my job. You're right, Lieutenant, she did seem friendlier.
Not a muscle moves in her face, but her eyes trace yours, stern and perceptive.
You are looking for Titus Hardy, who you think has information on a murder the RCM is investigating. You want to interview him. That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming. Nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her.
This is interesting. I don't know. Like, I would expect this from a big buff dude who could kick our asses, which, not trying to be sexist here. I'm just wondering, like, she's just like, I'm warning you, don't strong arm these grown ass men back here. Like, chances are they'll kick my ass before you do. What? I mean, what are you going to do exactly? I mean, I don't know. She might do something. I just don't know what. I don't know what her deal is.
Could this be the Miss Beaufort that Easy Leo mentioned?
Uh,
The one Mr. Everard sent to law school?
I was also thinking that too. Because what the fuck else?
I suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing on why you are actually here.
Even though she
whoops.
has excellent control over herself, something moved behind her eyes, in the way she stands, in her face.
You are not here to chat up the legal counsel. You are here to question these men.
I'm here to question everybody.
Obviously, I'm a lawyer, a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union. I would urge you to consider what you say to my clients. What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martinez, you are no one.
I don't know, sue our ass?
What are we going to do to you? The union isn't going to do anything to you. It is not a crime syndicate. It is a labor organization.
Goddamn right it is.
If anything, it is the RCM who do things to people. But we digress. Aggressive, you make your living enforcing violence. These people are just dock workers.
Just dock workers? Do dock workers spy on the police? We let you off easy, miss. Don't think it will happen again.
Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards.
Fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders.
Let's see. The world needs a financial buffer zone. No need to get emotional. The privatization is not unlawful. It's cool and funny. Maybe you're just not historic individuals. I don't know where you heard that, but it's wrong. The RCM is principled and strong, unlike you socialists. I liked that. Good start. Let's take it a step further. Armed uprising. What are the union's plans? Jesus Christ. Yeah, let's do that. Let's ask those questions. Oh, Jesus. Whatever. I'm not picking any of that. By the way, I'm not talking to him yet. Let's talk to Alice. Why is your car
Inside,
still on?
You see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Wait. Sorry. Who did I give? I just gave it to Alice, right?
Yes. The armor was produced by Fairweather in their facilities in Bétancourt, sur la Clé in 42. It was part of a special order for Corps de Pharmacie, a security firm contracted to protect the interests of Oranese pharmaceutical companies in the Seminine conflict. So, it seems the armor went to Seminine. That's where the paper trail ends, though. Even the firm has proven difficult to track. Corps de Pharmacie has been renamed several times over in the years since the armor was issued. The most recently registered firm that the ICP has been able to connect to the CDP is a military contractor called Trinell, and the one before it was Downwell. I think they might be the same contractor.
A suit of armor like this would have been manufactured with a particular person's physique in mind. You should ask for whom this suit was fitted.
Hard to say. Their client list is rather diverse and incomplete. The only constant seems to be that the mercenaries are always deployed in third and fourth world countries. Yes, but the ICP tends to be reluctant to share private sector records. I could try to talk them into it, though.
Yeah, please try.
Sure. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully I will have more information for you then.
Cool, gotcha. Why would I want to call Sylvie again?
Just a second. Sylvie? Yes. Hello? Oh, great. What else do you need, detective?
I mean, this looks different, but I'm sure it's the same answer.
You hear the call.
Anything else I can help you with, officer? 57th, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of...
Oh, I have 2 skill points. Good to know. Damn. I'm actually kind of upset I lost my ledger. Had that cool piece of kitchen tissue on it. And it smelled of urino cleaner.
The bullet is safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp. Kim has filled out the label on the bag with the item number, case number, and date and location the bullet was found.
What do I do with you, Bullet?
What?
I said, what do I do with you, Bullet?
Well, if I was the bullet, which I'm not, I would say find the weapon that shot me.
I don't know, man.
If we find who owns it, we will have likely found who used it, possibly to kill our victim. In conclusion, the more we know about this bullet of yours, the better.
The squashed bullet has some sharp edges where the jacket has split open. It feels cold, even through the bag. You wouldn't ordinarily have cause to handle jacketed bullets. The citizens' militia uses cast bullets only. Little pebbles of metal loaded from the muzzle, usually in a cartridge. The jacket of the bullet is made of a yellowish metal. It has blossomed out to reveal a dark grey core. The base of the bullet is close to 5 millimeters in diameter. You can just about make out a few striations near the base of the bullet. Little hairlines, linear. It feels standard. It's quite destroyed. Some of the fragments are still lodged in the wound.
What can you say about the bullet so far?
Wow, I actually know this.
A jacketed bullet. Okay. It would have been shot from a military-grade breech-loading rifle, not from a muzzleloader like those typically found on the streets of Martinez.
Highly unusual. The people of Revachol haven't carried breech-loading weapons like this for nearly half a century.
Even the RCM uses ordinary unjacketed conical bullets. This is strange. Very strange. I like this, officer. Strange means unique. Unique means incriminating. We need to find the gun that shot it.
Hang on. Okay.
The bullet is still safely sealed away in a plastic. You can't remember what happened
Damn
last
it.
week. In a plastic, a rifle,
Yay.
revolutionary period. Your bullet looks to be an old 4.46 millimeter from the surplus left over from the turn of the century. Probably an antique or a retrofitted antique. The 4.46 caliber was widely used with the Belmargrave rifle, a Revacholian manufacturer. The BM dominated the battlefields of the Insulindian theater of the anti-centennial revolution 50 years ago. No, but Zeliger, a major firearm manufacturer, ended up with a surplus after the war, so there are still a lot of these old military rifles floating around, usually broken. The quality was appalling. Antiques enthusiasts, guerrilla fighters in distant countries, a few lucky jamrock bangers. You're looking for a well-preserved antique, most likely.
What are you thinking? Bullet?
I think I know where this came from. Possibly.
Okay. And?
I mean, I have some ideas, but I can't be sure.
An antique. That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm
There
going with that
can't be
one.
many breech-loading rifles floating around in Martinez, or anywhere in Ravachol, really. I have to hand it to the monarchs. It's quite admirable that they took the advice of criminologists last century and banned the use of breech-loaders in peacetime. Some new RCM recruits get impatient with their muzzleloaders once they've trained with military-grade weapons, but they realize it's worth it in the end.
Prohibiting peacetime law enforcement to front-loaded rifles is a policy enforced by the Moralist International in all the nations of the Real Belt.
Worth what? Getting shot? I think we should have more powerful guns. We're the law. Makes you consider every shot. I like it. I'm kind of stuck between 1 and 3. like, that can get you shot. But I mean, fucking. Hmm.
Imagine if everyone, cops, citizens, had access to firearms that could shoot multiple rounds without pausing to reload. After the first shot, the second, third, and so on come much easier.
What are you trying to say, game? What are you trying to say?
But back to the investigation. Mysterious. Okay. Either way, we'll know when we find the gun.
And what is this? The leading intellectual organ of Martinez communism offers a radical Mazovian perspective on a range of contemporary issues. The cover features a stylized portrait of the late King Frizzle with a pair of white antlers growing out of his head. Like a... Sorry, the first thing that came to mind before I looked at the picture was, Hannibal. I mean, if you've ever seen Hannibal, just imagine Mads Mikkelsen with antlers. I know, right? It's hot, right? Anyways.
The front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Frizzell. From the sides of his head, a pair of white antlers spread to the corners of the cover.
White antlers.
Because white antlers are one of the symbols of communism. They represent a society in accord with the natural world and at the same time above it.
Oh. Pretty sure the show Hannibal wasn't like trying to do anything with communism. It was a metaphor, symbolism, some shit. It was creepy as hell. I like the show. Watch it. Also food porn. What the hell am I talking about? It's late.
Because Frizzell was incompetent, foolish, and cruel. In short, the embodiment of everything the communards wished to overthrow. It's satire, you see.
That thing that YouTube doesn't understand. Gotcha.
To your disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention. Just column after column of closely set text, interrupted occasionally by little doodles in black and white.
I guess our character hates reading. Just like the average American.
After rifling the pages with your thumb several times, you return to the table of contents. The magazine is divided into several sections. International development, Kunst und Kultur, and local concerns. Just inside the cover, there's also an editor's note.
Read the editor's note.
Comrade, as you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression, Du cristal à la fumée. This was his way of describing the way the rigid, crystalline structures of capitalist ideology turn to smoke under communism.
Oh man, I'm like way too sleepy to digest this right now.
But, like the structures of capitalist ideology, we too are at risk of going à la fumée. Unlike many publications which are content to spoon-feed their readers reassuring drivel, La Fumée is committed to telling the radical truth, even when that truth may drive away potential subscribers.
Subscribe and like if you want. God.
Only 4 issues in, and it sounds like they've already alienated their readership.
Right? I fucking hate saying that shit. Wow, I know I'm out of it. If I'm doing the whole like and subscribe thing, even if I'm doing it ironically.
So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs, please consider subscribing today. Yours in struggle, the editors.
Kim, I think this is a communist magazine.
What do you expect? It was laying around the office of the Debarders Union. They're probably bankrolling the thing.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Oh gosh, let's finish with
This section includes a long, tedious critique of the latest round of free trade negotiations between the EPIS.
I'm sorry, that wasn't even English.
The Free State of Seminine. You also skip over an article about heavy fuel oil smuggling along the Messina border. Something about bear wrestling in Samara.
What?
Book riots in Yugograd.
Okay, you caught my attention with bear wrestling. And then, what's a book riot?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Bear wrestling.
Right?
Flip back to that.
Alright, let's see what this bear wrestling is about.
It seems to be part of a new public fitness initiative in the People's Republic of Samara, SRV, devised and promoted by none other than President Kenajinsky himself.
What an interesting way to get fit. Maybe run a trail before you decide to do bear wrestling.
According to this extremely credulous account, Uncle Sport, as he's affectionately known to his people, has recently decreed bear wrestling the national sport of the SRV. Based on the description in this article, he appears to be an extremely competent and democratically elected president. Sapormat Sport Kenajinsky is well into his third decade as president of the SRV.
Damn.
Outside Samara, he's known for three things: brutal repression of internal dissent, monumental corruption, and a near pathological obsession with physical fitness.
What a man. Also, 3 decades? Then again, how often do they vote for a new president? Because it is a democracy. But I mean, like, how often do they do it? Do they do it once every 15 years?
It's quite straightforward. A standard match features one man, or in some cases, woman, against one bear. 2 competitors, 1 ring, 5 rounds, or until incapacitation. According to the SRV's Ministry of Information, the program has been a tremendous success. Public support stands at 87%, and youth obesity and alcoholism rates are down 12% and 7% respectively.
Damn. All over bear wrestling?
This is the SRV we're talking about. If you think those are the real numbers, there's probably a guy who wants to sell you a bridge in La Chette.
Oh, right. I guess it's hard to fight a bear if you're out of shape. I guess it's hard to fight a bear if you're drunk. Not sure I trust these numbers.
What are you, a statistician? Did the moral intern send you on a fact-finding mission? This is the SRV party line, comrade.
Hey Cam, do you think there's any chance our case will take us to the SRV?
The Samaran People's Republic? No, I should expect not. Why do you ask?
I was thinking it might be fun to see a bear fight. I was thinking it might be fun to partake in a bear fight. Bro, I'm not trying to get us killed. Have you... Do you see our stats in physique? Hell no.
They're quite the spectacle, as I understand. I've heard they make the people in the front rows wear plastic sheets.
Woof.
On account of the blood, you see.
Yeah, I gotcha.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. the table of contents unfolds before you.
Aw, I wish we could hear more about the bear wrestling.
It takes a moment, but gradually it dawns on you that Kunst und Kultur must mean arts and culture. Why they decided to title this one section in Volda is beyond you.
Aw, man, this one's gonna put me back to sleep. I want to hear more about bear wrestling.
As you leaf through
I'm
this
a simple
section,
woman.
you come across several reviews of recent radio plays, as well as a brief artist spotlight featuring a local artist identified only as CS. The main feature, though, is a long essay titled Tip Top Tournée, a critical Mazovian perspective. This so-called artist spotlight is really just a brief Q&A, made all the briefer by the subject's evident hostility to her interviewer. The actual article is surprisingly light on details, but after skimming a page or two, you gather that it has something to do with motor carriage racing.
Oh, Fast and the Furious style?
If you don't follow it, you only ever hear about the ludicrous sponsorships and obscene death toll.
Oh, so basically just regular race cars. I mean, of course, if it was illegal, chances are it wouldn't be in this stuffy, fluffy magazine. Let's see.
You think you're settling in for a relaxing recap of the most recent season, maybe sprinkled with some nice anecdotes about a few of the more colorful drivers. Instead, you find yourself skimming a 10,000-word feature about all the politically problematic aspects of Tip Top Tournée.
What's wrong with Tip Top?
Where to even start? For one, there's the crass commercialism of its sponsorships, and then there's the practically criminal emphasis on deadly motor crashes.
That just sounds like regular racing.
So, all of it, basically.
Hang on, who wrote this stuff? What's so bad about sponsorships? What's wrong with a good motor crash? They just keep it interesting. Woof.
Oddly enough, this article has 2 bylines: Nasteb Encolada Bernal and Exilus Buka. There's no way those are real names. Have you ever met anyone named Exilus?
I won't lie, I was thinking that.
They're
Like, what kind of
plainly
name is
pseudonyms.
Exilus?
More than that, they're likely anagrams. Under capitalism, the article says, every pursuit has its price. Every pleasure, even one as elemental as the joy of racing others around a track, is reduced to an advertising opportunity.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, honestly, when it comes to stuff like that, I know not everyone can do it, but I have a pretty good talent of blocking things out. Just in general. Like, if I'm watching an ad on YouTube, my eyes immediately glaze over until I'm able to skip it. And sometimes the same ad can, like, play 10 times. And I won't even register what it actually is until, what, a month later or something? That's how well I am at blocking it out. So, I mean, like, yeah, advertising is everywhere, and it can be annoying. Hell, I'm annoyed, and I'm good at blocking the shit out. So, I think it's interesting that they're bringing this up, considering that this is going on YouTube right now. Not that I'm monetized, but still.
Thus, the so-called tournée becomes a competition between increasingly meaningless brand signifiers. Your discount laundry detergent racing against a pack of Astra cigarettes, or even a Fritta.
I'm putting my money on the laundry detergent. Right, but then you get to see them crash. I hope not. I have I fucking hate driving. It gives me anxiety. Ugh. Just, I definitely do not want to see someone else crash.
And that precisely is what's problematic about it. Were it not for the promise of random, spectacular violence, audiences would quickly lose interest. At the end of the day, it's the destruction of these 750,000 real races that you're really watching for.
You know, I actually don't have a problem with violence. If it's like a sport where people are beating the shit out of each other, I'm actually all for that. If it's like a really bad car crash, I am so not for that. Let's see. No, I'm pretty sure I like it for the racing. Wow, you're right. I really am just in it for the violence. Listen, if you were talking about combat sports, then I would pick 2. But, I mean, I don't give a shit about racing.
Sure, you think that, but subconsciously, it's the visions of brand names being engulfed in flames that you crave.
Will this stupid magazine stop telling me what I think? Your paper!
That's because you haven't been reading critically. But don't worry. The whole point of these sorts of articles is to let someone else read critically for you.
Hey Kim, I love that I just like keep asking for Kim's opinion. Hey Kim, this article says that no one really watches Tip Top whatever the fuck for the races.
Oh, come on. Can this article read your mind?
It seems to think so. No, I guess not. Which answer is funnier? Yeah, the magazine seems to think so.
A certain kind of young man reads 1 or 2 books and suddenly thinks he understands the secret structures of reality.
Who, you mean me? Dude, I'm pretty sure I'm older than you.
If I had to wager, I'd say they've never even seen the inside of a motor, much less a motor race. I take whatever they write with a large grain of salt.
You flip back to the front of the magazine, the table of content. Unsurprisingly, much of this section is taken up with articles declaring unqualified support for the dock workers' strike. You skim the headlines.
Sorry,
Paint the
burped.
harbor red and white. Martinez tames the wild pines. A city in revolt. First we take Martinez, then we take La Delta.
And then the world.
Finally, there's a brief article by the writer, G. Martin, accusing the owner of the Capeside Apartments of illegally attempting to evict certain communist tenants simply for not having paid their rent.
Wait, what? Sorry, I'm like a quarter asleep right now. Illegally attempting to evict certain communist tenants, which, okay. I figured, I guess it's leading into, you know, a kind, you know what I mean. But then for not paying your rent? What? That's not illegal. Is it illegal in this world to kick someone out for not paying their rent? Or, you know, maybe that's the point. It's ridiculous. They're trying to make it out like, oh, it's because we're communists, when really you're not paying your rent. If it wasn't for the wild pines, all those moochers would be out of a job. Charging rent just to live somewhere is pretty outrageous. Is this sarcastic? Wouldn't it be better for everyone if labor and capital could reach some reasonable accommodation? I'm not quite sure what this means. Like, what do you mean exactly? Why should I care? This doesn't have anything to do with me. Wow. I've seen all of these opinions on the internet about different things, really. But it's interesting. Oh Jesus, I didn't even read the first one. Damn. Oh, wait. Can I even say this out loud? Am I gonna get in trouble? Whatever, you can read. My goodness. I would pick this one, but I don't think it's sarcastic. I think it's serious. And I'm not sure if this means what I think it means.
According to these editorials, there can be no accommodation with the forces of international capital or their mucilaginous allies in the coalition. You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Damn, I was hoping I'd get more experience from that. Oh yeah, I should definitely sell some of this shit. Oh, there it is. What the hell? Ledger of failure and hatred. Why is it a tool now?
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside. It's barely held together by a clip, then made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner. Oh, and an incredibly cool piece of kitchen tissue is stuck to the back. Without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment is now open. Inside, you see 2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard.
Who am I saying this to? I hope this doesn't hurt my morale.
The words just crossed your mind somehow.
Who were they for?
Who do you think?
Afraid so.
You stare at the card, willing your hand to move. It refuses. It's too much. Not a game.
Understandable.
It's slightly, ever so slightly, difficult to breathe once you've done so. The drawer is locked. Blue ink drips from the white pages in your hand.
My God. That woman really fucked us. I just wonder, like, what happened though? Was it our fault? Was it her fault? Did we just fall out of love? Or, yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously we're still in love with her. This is sad. I need to sell my bottles because I'm a broke bitch.